Hey, Facebook land, it's Dr. Stephanie Rimka, and I have been really resistant to do a lot of this live thing. But I read something last night that is starting to change my opinion. And it was Gary V. The last name is like Vaynerchuk, but he's like a motivational speaker, Tony Robbins type business mogul dude. So Gary V, ask Gary V if you follow him. He's fun and my kind of language, my kind of guy, very intense. But I read something he had posted about basically like stop trying to make the content perfect. Just go on in there and start documenting. So instead of worrying about creating content, because I've been like, why do people do these Facebook things so much? Why are they doing the live? Who cares? Who cares? But I am in the business of helping people. That's the thing I care about most. So it's like if I can just do one at a time with one simple thing out of somebody who can end up watching this on the replay, great. So I'm actually working from home, doing a lot of report writing and doing some phone consults. So I'm in the office a lot, and I do see patients there, but a lot of times I am doing things a little bit more mobile because a lot of our patients are coming from further and further away, often out of state, and they drive 2 to 4 hours, but I'm trying to do as much stuff over the phone, and I can do all that. I can read a lot of labs. I can do a lot of stuff over the phone and help coach you that way as well to get your health back. So I'm doing that, and I just hung up with somebody, and it was kind of funny. It was a consult around helping somebody with their sleep, and I'm going over labs, and I'm talking about copper toxicity and some other hormonal issues that I think are at play. So I'm ordering labs, but in the meantime, I've made some suggestions, and I just kind of said, if you could see how I look right now, you'd crack up. And so I said, actually, why don't I just show you? So I'm in my house, and I'm going to take you into my bedroom and show you how I work. Okay, so. And I'm going to get better at this shaking business. If somebody knows I'm supposed to hold to stop it, we'll figure it out. So I'm in my bedroom now, and there's a few things that I do, right? In an ideal world, I have no electricity pumping through my bedroom. And some people with tons of money have hardwired their homes in such a way that there is no frequency coming through anywhere in their walls. They're completely protected and shielded at night. I'm not quite in that position. I'm not that person yet. I am, doing the best I can, right? So, but I'm going to show you how I actually work. So, part of my journey right now, I'm not going to get into it too much, is I broke my back when I was 19 years old and herniated a disc in a sports injury. So I'm just turned 44. And I made major comebacks through the help of chiropractic, and that's why I became a chiropractor. But I've had a recent re-injury or unfolding post a toxic mold exposure in my home. It's been a 2-year journey of major health degradation, reformation, transformation, discovery, learning around that. So I'm in an active central herniated disc issue right now. Post MRI, I've got 3 going, and one in particular is giving me a lot of trouble from time to time. And trying to address it and heal it hasn't gone really well because of the mold toxicity, which has unleashed a bunch of viruses, and pathogens have been destroying my nervous system. So it's been an incredibly illuminating time. I will do more around that and what I'm doing to recover myself. And so all the people out there suffering with fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, Epstein-Barr, things with mold, Lyme's, I'm coming at you fast and furious in the future really soon, because we are getting a major handle on it, and I've discovered a whole new way of going after this where it does not have to take long, and you can take yourself from the brink of feeling like just no hope and death and dying is the only option to coming back and feeling alive and energetic and hopeful like never before. Because I'm not playing around with this thing, because it took me down in such a way that I thought I would never be able to come back. And I'm back, and I'm kicking ass. Okay, so bedroom-wise, right? So why I'm in here is I have to work a lot in my bed, Sitting is really hard, and so kind of places where I've normally done it, I just can't do it. So when I'm home, this is what I'm in my bed, and it kind of reminds me of college, and I get a lot of work done this way anyway. So I protect myself though, okay? So I'm going to flip it and show you some of the stuff that I do that, you could all do. Yes, I do sell almost all of this stuff, not every single thing, but I figure I've been using these things for years, telling everybody to constantly buy them. If I just make them available in my office or online, it's much easier. People can just get it. Yeah, I make a little bit of money, but I use this stuff. This is for real, legit. We use it in the office all the time on everybody. So if you're coming in, you can get this stuff, but you can also just buy home devices. So I'm going to flip it. All right, so like I said, I've got to be in my bed. I'm doing a bunch of metabolic stuff. So laptop, what do? I'm always on some near-infrared mat. So I have a Megan mat, and I also have a biomat. So I keep myself on near-infrared heat a lot. This is all amethyst. The controller is down here. And what this is doing right now, I don't have heat going, but it's putting off negative ions in the air. So I'm basically pumping out a bunch of free electrons that are binding to anything and everything in this room. It's almost like standing at the edge of a waterfall. So they're pulling out mold, they're pulling out viruses, bacteria, and giving me negative charge, which is helping my body go in and capture any positive charge, which is what a free radical is. And that goes in and rips through your body, rips through your membranes, rips through your DNA, and causes lots of oxidative stress and damage. So that runs all the time. I do sleep on it. This is a grounding device, and so while I'm working, I keep this. This is plugged in. So this is what I said. I'm usually sitting on this mat. This is hooked up, and I have something else that's pulsing in my bed at the same time. It's at a bare minimum. This is what I'm doing when I'm on my bed or when I'm near a computer to protect myself. So this is doing the same thing. This is simulating I'm standing on the earth, and it's giving me free electrons. Again, a negative charge coming in and capturing a positive charge. Constantly protecting me. What else I got going on? I use pulse electromagnetic frequency, specifically this brand. So there's a magnet under my bed. Hang on. Should have done this sooner. All right, so this magnet right now is pulsing out. I have it set to 9.6 hertz, right? So the earth, if I stood on the earth, I was going to be pulsing out 9.6 hertz. So that 9.6 hertz frequency now is coming through the middle of this bed. It's basically creating a massive cocoon, protecting me from all of the low frequencies and electromagnetic radiation. How do I wake up? I use a clock that actually shines light, like the sun is going to wake me up. You can see here, it's just my bulletproof coffee. People always ask, what do you eat? What supplements do you take, right? CBD oil, magnesium, salt inhaler. Because I'm in a lot of injury and pain with a neurological disorder and a disc herniation, I'm in pain a lot. So I do use a lot of cannabis on my skin. I ingest it, use a lot of magnesium lotion, and this is a Prolo gel. It's kind of like Prolozone to help with the nerve fiber. So you can get any of this stuff anywhere. We do sell Elixinol in the office, less than retail. So what am I doing with all this stuff? All right. So I'm being bombarded. We all are constantly with electricity. Just in this room, all the light frequencies, everything running through my room, my house is 60 hertz, just like everybody in America. Everything runs that way. The human body is typically supposed to be running between 30 and 40 hertz, much lower. My brain, even kind of lower. I want it to be right now more like 15 hertz, 12 to 15, nice, low beta, calm, focus, organized. I don't want it at 2 hertz because that's delta. I don't want that to be the primary thing. That's what I should be doing when I'm in my deep, dreamless sleep for a good 4 hours a night, right? So by using several of these things, I can create a shield, and using electrical energy, using magnetic energy, I can put my brain where I want to put it, and I also can create a shield against all these higher frequencies that are coming in constantly. You got the 60 hertz that's coming in from the walls, bombarding me from my lamps, from all these other things that are going on in my bedroom, and I'm not ready to unplug everything in my bedroom yet. I'm not there. I don't charge my phone in my bedroom. I don't charge iPads or Kindles in my bedroom anymore. Those are out of my room at night. But I do use the things. And so how do I protect myself while I'm working, while I do stuff? And how do I heal all night long from what's actually happening? So these higher frequencies, 60 hertz is the electricity. My computer's giving off gigahertz. The cell phone, billions and millions of hertz are traveling through. We're being bombarded with microwaves, radio waves, cell tower waves that we never were before. And they are really, really, really high and fast, pushing the brain into much higher speeds than it was designed to be running in. Again, low frequency. When you go to bed at night, you should be moving between 1 and 10 hertz at the most all night long. But you're being crushed, boom, boom, like drilled in with these higher frequencies all night. If you have that iPhone next to your bed, forget about it. So everybody thinks they have a sleep disorder nowadays. Well, no, you have a high frequency brain running disorder. If I drop that brain down into neutral again, you'll sleep. You run it up too high, you don't sleep. And it can be run way too high from all the electromagnetic smog and radiation that's coming in at you. It can be running way too high from what you eat. It can be running way too high from heavy metals, and particularly copper, aluminum, lead. They charge copper top battery. If you have too much of that lodged in your brain, you short circuit on fire all the time. So you feel very anxious. You have to think a lot. You ruminate. You can't relax. Can't just fall asleep. So there's a number of ways why your brain is running way too high. But this is, what I do, how I do it. I thought it was kind of funny. Again, the stuff and all the contraptions that go on. And I'm just going to start doing this a little bit more because of Gary Vee. He says, don't worry about it being perfect. Don't worry about even the content. Just start documenting. So if anybody has any questions about what are these devices, how you can use them, what to do with them, are they good for you, what's the settings that I should be using for my particular problems or conditions, we absolutely can help with that. You can ask questions down below. I'll try to throw some links in about how to get some of these things, or you can obviously call the office or email us. And I'm going to start doing this a little bit more. Hopefully it helps somebody. I'm going to get back to the actual metabolic figuring out and helping people that way too. Talk to you later. Bye.